My kids love chocolate bread so much. So anytime I go out to buy bread, they'll be telling me, Mommy, buy the chocolate sliced bread. And I told myself, my dear, let me make this bread recipe at home and save myself the money I spend frequently buying chocolate sliced bread. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be showing you how to make a yummy chocolate sliced bread with ease. It is so easy and it is so yummy. And if you learn how to make this recipe, you're not going to have issues making this recipe for your kids. Now, I just added all my ingredients into a bowl. Don't worry, the measurement will be in the description box. I used 1 egg, butter, sugar. I use my flavor, whatever flavor of your choice. I use my normal milk flavor. That's what I like most of the time to use for most of my recipe. After mixing it and my butter and yeast, I use 7 grams of yeast and 2.5 cups of flour for this recipe. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder, unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 tablespoon, and I'm going to add just a portion of this flour. Now I'm using 2.5 cup of flour. Now the cup I'm using now is the smaller cup, that's 125 ml cup. The one I used in measuring the whole flour was 225 ml cup, so I'm using the smaller size. I just took out 2.5 cup of flour and added 100 ml of warm water, and I'll mix my chocolate dough and set it aside. Now for the other remaining part of my flour that I'm yet to mix, I'm going to add 125 ml of warm water also. I'm going to mix it and set it aside. Now we are going to knead. If you don't have the strength to knead, my dear, do not knead for more than 5 minutes. I'm going to be kneading each dough for 5 minutes while oiling my fingers frequently with vegetable oil to make the kneading easy and to make my dough slice easily on the surface. Once I get this smooth and stretchy look, as you can see here, after like 5 to 10 minutes of kneading, if you can go for 10 minutes, 5 minutes is fine. I'm going to set my normal dough aside and go ahead to knead my chocolate dough for just 5 minutes. Now the kneading is very important because you can see it will smoothen your dough and give it a better look, a well finished look. And also after kneading that for like 5 to 10 minutes, my chocolate mini dough, I'm going to set them aside and allow them to proof for 45 minutes to 1 hour. If this is your first time of stopping by Debby's kitchen, you're so welcome. And if you've been here before, good to have you once again. We are making this yummy chocolate sliced dough or chocolate mixed bread. If you do not want it for slice, you can just have it as a chocolate mixed bread and you will love it. This is after 45 minutes to 1 hour. The dough has proofed. I'm going to set them aside and we are going to do what? Now this is what I call the highlight of this recipe. Every recipe has their highlights where you really need to pay very keen or close attention to, because if you do not get this part of this recipe, your chocolate mixed bread will not come out perfectly. Now I'm just going to flatten both dough and join them. Please join them horizontally, vertically, not horizontally, as in join let the chocolate dough be at the top or at the bottom, not at the side. So if you notice, that's what I did here. After joining them, flatten them and make sure that they are properly joined with your fingers. Then you are going to go on now to roll your dough. The rolling is very important because it will further seal the chocolate dough to the normal dough properly without leaving any space in between. After that, you are going to go on now to flip your dough over to check that the other side of your dough is properly sealed too, so that you can have a well finished dough look. As in, your dough should come out looking well finished, not the other way around. I'm going to go on now to just roll my dough. After rolling my dough, and make sure that both sides are properly sealed and joined, then I'm going to fold in the edges. I do this for most of my bread recipe because I really want the edge to really look smooth and not look unkept. But if you do not fold it in, your bread won't come out looking so smooth on the edges or on the side. So we're going to fold it in now. You can either start from the chocolate side or start from the normal floor side, whichever one. But I'm starting from the chocolate side. I'm going to roll my dough till when I get to the other end that you have the plain floor now. Then you can see the way I'm pinching the edges together to properly seal it also. And I'm just going to set it in my pan. For this recipe, I'm not using my normal non-stick pan. I'm using the regular pan. For those of us in Nigeria, we understand this kind of pan. What you just need to do to make your dough slide out after baking, or your bread slide out, brush with vegetable oil and sprinkle a little bit of flour. I didn't show that in this video, but if you see it, you can see the edges. I actually really brushed with vegetable oil and rubbed it with flour. That is what you're seeing around the pan. After placing my dough into the pan, I'm going to cover with my film and allow to proof for 30 minutes to 45 minutes, keeping a warm environment. This is after 30 minutes. You can see my pan is almost filled up. It has proofs very well. I love the way it's looking here. I'm going to go on now to brush with egg mix. If you are not so experienced in baking, please brush with your egg mix before proofing. If not, your dough or your bread may sink while baking. Now I'm going to bake in an oven of 180 degrees Celsius or 375 degrees Fahrenheit for not more than 20 to 30 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes is the maximum. Now your dough is going to come out looking like this. Is well baked. I'm brushing now with melted butter just to further enhance the shine, to make it look more attractive. And we're going to take it out of the pan. Since I rub my pan with sufficient vegetable oil and I brush with a little, just sprinkle with a little bit of flour, you can see the bread just comes out without stress after baking. You see the way it's looking, I'm telling you. So if you do not have non-stick pan, this pan with this method, you're not going to have issues getting your bread out of your pan. I'm going to just drop it now, and we are going to slice this bread to the way we want to have it for our kids, for breakfast, for dinner, or what do you think we can have it for? Depends on what you want it for. Now the beauty about this bread is that the inside looks so perfect. The chocolate just took the center of the bread, and the normal dough took the outside. I think it's a recipe that you should try. It's quite easy, it's unique, and if you love chocolate bread and you've been spending money buying chocolate bread, just 2.5 cup of flour we get to the size of the one you get in the market for the price. You know the price we buy bread. The price of bread these days has gone up, so this will really help. Now look at how beautiful this is looking. I want you to thumbs up this video, do like and share, and if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe to Debbie's Kitchen, where you have unique recipes coming your way weekly. This bread looks so good. You can see that for yourself. It is soft, it is fluffy, and it is, for me, beautiful. Thank you so much for stopping by Debbie's Kitchen. And if you are considering subscribing, you are still contemplating, please do subscribe, do like, do share this video, thumbs up this video. It means so much to me, and see you next time. Good to have you here. Bye bye.